Welcome, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm Ivy Rivera, Psychic Medium, coming to you with your extended weekly horoscope for April 8th through the 14th. I want to invite you to join me for my show, Ask a Medium. It's live at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday the 9th on Facebook and Instagram. I take your personal questions. I give you a short scope for the week, and you can find that at Ivy Angela Rivera. Hope to have you. Capricorn, what is going on with you for the week? On Monday, I have a supportive male coming in to your energy, or supportive male energy. Doesn't have to be a man necessarily, but this person brings with them almost like a dry sarcasm and a little bit of a harsh humor that could go missed by a lot of people, or I want to say isn't always invited, but I feel like you guys are sort of right up each other's alleys, so it really seems to work. I have this person bringing in a potential business partnership opportunity, and at the very least, a lot of new ideas in regards to concepts you've been thinking could apply to your business ventures or even your career advancement in any way. So keep your ears and eyes open and have a good time with it. But they're very quick. They're like sort of in and out, okay? On Tuesday, there's more feminine energy coming in. Again, it does not have to be a woman. I'm saying feminine energy coming in from either a sister, a type, a friend, and there seems to be a closeness between the two of you that has fallen to the wayside because of either residential division, or there's been a divide in some way with time for whatever reasons. This feels a bit like a reunion. I have you both sharing, again, like no time has passed, what's going on in your lives, and being able to support each other emotionally. There's a lot of intellectual stimulation there. It's just a great bond in general and very valuable to you. And I want you to give it the time that it deserves. I also think that you guys both are in a really good place to celebrate that your hopes and dreams are really starting to fall into place, and where you're headed is very, very exciting. You can feel that energy, and you really want to take it in on that day. On Wednesday, I have male energy coming in. That would also be considered just dominant energy. And for some of you, it might be coming from a sun. And there's a reevaluation going on here, potential endings, a potential cutting of losses, new beginnings, and a need for you to be a silent support. If this person is going through some changes that might affect you personally, it is still a good idea for you to be a listener, an observer, as long as they're going in the right direction with this. And even though it seems a little bit scary to step outside the box and take a completely opposite turn, we're just sort of turning on a dime, if that has occurred to you that needs to happen, it's probably because intuitively we know that it does. There's some dead weight being carried around here, and something does need to be abandoned for a new solution. So be supportive there. On Thursday, there's talk of you dealing with either a bank, a loan, a business partnership, any way that you guys have been looking for an advancement, and it requires an institution or someone else to be involved. I want to say that you could see a holdup. And my concern here is that when I'm looking at the papers, when I'm looking at your information on this person's desk, so to speak, it's just sitting there. Nothing's being done. No one's actually putting in effort. And so you may be getting lip service, but are not seeing the action, because this is what's going on. Now, you also intuitively knew this. So at this point, you're going to have to look at other options. You need to say, what if I went to another bank? What if I went to another business investor? What if I went with a different client, okay, or a different partnership? The other option is to go to someone else within that company, that establishment. All right, so maybe just work around that person in general, but some action does need to be taken. On Friday, Okay, so I'm trying to find an appropriate way to say this. Okay, well, there's talk of you pontificating in a situation, and I want to say be careful that you're not talking out of your ass. Be careful that you're not just talking for the sake of hearing yourself speak. You're being observed, and it's not a good time to come off as arrogant. This would be a great day to be humble. This would be a great day to, even if you're an expert in your field or whatever the topic of conversation is within this group, just listen, okay? Just maybe even stand there, say very little. It's going to potentially cause for a rejection later on down the road when someone who has been observing you is moved up into a power position and you're thinking that you're around the little people right now and you're not. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody's going to move up, and later, because of the way that you handled that dialogue, you could be rejected for a moving up your own self. On Saturday, there's talk of someone in love blocking you, to say it politely. So if you are talking to someone new and you feel as though they have someone approaching them, trying to rope them into a relationship, and this person is, well, I don't know, well, I'm just kind of feeling it. Okay, then you go feel that. Okay, then you go feel that and you figure that out. You don't need to chase anybody. You don't have to have this thing. And you certainly aren't going to tolerate someone lesser coming in and blocking you from what could be maybe a great opportunity. But I think it's important that you're also not seeing this person with rose-colored glasses. If they're that easily confused, is this really someone you want to be associating with? For those of you that are married or you're in a committed relationship already, if you see this going on or you suspect there's some kind of dialogue going on behind your back, it could very well be coming from an old ex, a co-worker, something like that. And just, I want to say, be careful what you're tolerating. Okay. Now, there is also talk of the next 2 months, again, readdressing this business issue, this financial investment issue that we were talking about on Thursday. There's a readdressing of this on Saturday. So sometimes we just never get a day off, do we? But sure enough, here it is. What you're supposed to be doing on that day is collecting as much information as you can about the series of events that have occurred, what's fallen to the wayside, and you're going to have to change up the pace. On that day, you will see a better option as to how. And it's going to, if you don't, take you approximately another 2 months or so for everything to fall into place. All right, so I would create the activity yourself if you could. On Sunday, we have you getting invited to a lot of celebrations, actually, whether these are birthday parties, these are family reunions, this is just a fun get together, whatever it is. Everybody wants your attention, everybody wants you there, everybody wants your company, go. But what you're really feeling like doing on that day is just sitting under your quilt and eating cookies, okay? And that's fine. You've had an interesting week, but I want to say make an appearance. Go ahead and make the appearance, and then go ahead and cash out a little bit early and do what you need to do for you. There is a sense of you needing to regroup and get rooted and grounded in with human nature. You're looking at things from a really technological, industrial, corporate, icky, dog-eat-dog perspective by the time Sunday hits. And you need to get back in touch with the humanitarian aspects of existence here. And I'm almost suggesting, even if you don't love the mall, going to the mall and just like people watching, just sitting on a bench, eating a pretzel, what have you, and watching people and being like, you know what, everything's going to be okay. Sometimes that's a great way to get rooted and grounded, is not to engage with the people, but just sort of sit back and remember that you're part of something much, much bigger, okay? Don't get tied up and drained in the drama, but hold your ground and create positivity, and remember that you control the positive energy that you put out, and you do control the direction even of these situations. So keep positive mindset this upcoming week especially. Now, looks good all in all. Good luck with everything. Best wishes, and hope to see you for the Ask a Medium show, where I'm taking your questions, giving your short scope. Again, that's Tuesday the 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Facebook and Instagram live at Ivy Angela Rivera. I'll see you next week. Thanks.